So I've been traveling for 6 months, thanks. And I've been teaching a lot of varied groups of people, like obviously shiatsu students, but also massage therapists, and I did training for Pilates instructors, and one just recently for a Thai massage and martial artist. So the last 6 months has been very, so I noticed how my work started changing because of, you know, we're no different from the influence of what's going on. So I'll share some of those things with you. I'm just going to work for a few minutes, just so you get a sense of some of the things we're going to be doing today. Nice simple stuff. Doing a lot more supported movements nowadays. Supported twists. But springtime, I mean, is a lovely time to allow your work to open up. So there's not a lot of big movements, but more smoother movements going from one body part to the next, so we can stay grounded more as we work. The aforementioned sideline. So how we'll conduct class, I'll do small demos and then, so you can see them, and then I'll talk you through them, so you can follow me as we're doing. So we'll just do continuations of that. I'll demo, you get to see it, and then I'll take you through it. And you know, that's the blessing of a small class for sure. Before class, I was looking at some of Ohashi's books out there in the other room, and I can't remember exactly some of his techniques, but I always just look at a picture of him and his eyes sort of trip me out, so it just puts me in another place. So somehow it's like transmission in a way. I'm like, yes, Ohashi. Oh, one thing, here, come on, y'all, come over here, particularly the, so, you know, for sideline, we're going to be doing whatever, but there's a couple of nice things. I mean, some of these are really classical here. Some of the things I've included that you may or may not be familiar with is, here we're addressing the gallbladder meridian, obviously, but here to just get some balance in the body and open up the shoulder. I'm using a lot more supported movements. So hand on the thigh, up underneath the vertebral border of scapula, and then just shifting the weight to get openness. It's okay, man. It's a really easy way of opening up the scapula, easily adapted to the table work if there's any massage therapists in the house. You know, usually has one or two. Let me know if that's too much, okay? Let your head relax a little bit. Oh, man. going to spread the base, extend. I do a good amount of soft tissue work when I work also too, so along with the movements and following the channels, as they say in the classic text, anything, there's not a big distinction between blood and chi. Like anything you can do to enhance the flow of blood and chi, it's good. So soft tissue work, great. The sustained stretching works so well because it addresses the fascia. And if you look at the sense of the meridians being embedded in the fascia, and that's why sustained stretches opens up the meridians, because it deals with changing the viscosity or the consistency of fascia, so more readily flowing. Stretches here, lovely. Sustained stretches here to open up the shoulder. Working the soft tissue here between the base of the neck and the acromion process. So here, point-wise, gallbladder 21, triple warmer 15, off the superior angle of the scapula, so easily addressed this way. In this position, hands come over and can deal any of the number of the beginning yin points of the arm along pericardium or heart. Do long pericardium, heart, easily done here along with any transfer into here. I know Ohashi has preference for here because he's big on being up on one knee, which I remember. So, okay, so as part of the class transition from one part of the class to the next. So, and then we'll be working the lateral seam of the body as gallbladder comes in zigzags here, so we can address the lateral seam a little bit. And particularly because of just the flow here and the way the body moves, addressing the soft tissue below the 12th rib and above the iliac crest. So classic dragon's mouth position here, coming in here. I have a tendency to work this way so I can be more directly here, and also more openness here with the hip. Definitely chi is not, and your work should not be stagnant, so anytime you can create openness, I say go for it. So here is one thing, but here is another, because you open up this area just by leaning in. Palm of the hand over the greater trochanter of the femur, and just a slight leaning forward opens this area up a little bit so you could sink in to the soft tissue. And then any way you want to take compression down. For sideline work. And following the course of the gallbladder meridian. Taking it to its source point, gallbladder 40. And then right out the dorsal surface of the foot, right out the fourth toe. And in this position, naturally, yes, for the yin meridians of the leg. And depending on your specificity, how you work, general compression is lovely. But also we're going to maybe be a little bit more specific to a few points for the meridians. Spleen, liver, kidney. We'll keep it general at first and just build on that. So nice and easy. But sound techniques on how to move through the body easily using your body weight and different points of contact. Palm, knee, or big foot. And then transition 1,